Hello and welcome to another edition of the SharpSHOOTers. A very weird edition of the SharpSHOOTers because I am still joined by all three of my hosts, just not in person for the first time. So I am joined by, I believe if I point this way, that'll be Juice. If I point this way, that'll be Matt. And we are all here. Welcome, gentlemen.
Feels like the Brady.
Live via satellite.
Feels like the Brady Bunch for sure. This is very strange. I'm not used to just being right in front of the camera. I'm just trying to look at it, but look at you guys. It's weird.
Look at all that space you have, Danny.
Right? I don't have to. No one's bugging me. No one's on me. For those of you wondering, Matt is doing some DIY, so his camera is a little different than mine and Juice's. Just so you know.
Now you know.
Now you know. So, starting off tonight with the trivia question as usual. This one's I chose because, as we'll find out later, I think Matt's trying to get his in landscape mode and it's not working. Yeah, there we go.
He's a big boy.
I just saw the screen go off. I was confused. This is all new to me, man. All right, so we'll see later on when we do our worst WrestleMania matches of all time. But there was a little common occurrence in there with some WrestleMania Battle Royals. So, my question for you guys, considering that most of them, except for maybe two, were well within times that we were watching wrestling, how many Battle Royals have there been at WrestleMania? Now, crazy number, obviously, so I will put it within range for you guys. Double digits, less than 20.
Less than 40?
20.
Oh.
40 would be rude.
Does this thing, I don't know if you know, are you including kickoff pre-show matches?
I believe so. Let me double check the list really quickly.
I think at least a few happen on like the kickoffs. I don't know if those count. Like I know Mania 35 had one in the kickoff. Oh.
Are you including Andre the Giant?
Yes.
Battle Royals?
Yes and yes to both those questions.
All right.
I'll go with a solid 12. Shout out Jim Kelly.
Square Spectrum playing the Price is Right rules, guessing 11.
$1.
Yeah, I was gonna go a little bit over because I'm thinking of all the men's and women's ones they've done. Like I got to a point where they were doing it every year for a while with the women. So I'm gonna go with 14.
Oof! So close, the both of you. Lucky
13.
number 13.
I was gonna say 13, but I didn't want to go like one over.
No, lucky number 13. The only so most of them were 2010s. A lot of them, obviously, the Andre Battle Royal was pretty much like every year for a while. Then they had the Women's Battle Royal for a long time. So those were very recent. The ones that are a little bit older, we have the Tag Team Battle Royal at WrestleMania 14, where LOD returned with Sunny as their manager. The Gimmick Battle Royal in 2001, I believe that was WrestleMania 17. There was, I didn't know this, a Trophy Battle Royal in 1988. So that one was, I believe, where Bad News Brown turned on Bret Hart. I've seen like clips of that, but that I didn't know. And then there was a WWE versus NFL Battle Royal. What happened?
I said that was an iconic moment when Bad News.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
And then the NFL versus WWE Battle Royal in '86. So the WrestleMania 3 one. So
Wolf.
Bunch of battle royals, bunch of fun stuff. Woof. So
yeah, now they're on SmackDowns.
Now they're on SmackDowns. It's so sad, so depressing. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we want to start out with something that we're pretty excited for because we were talking about it's WrestleMania season. Actually, Juice, you do these intros a little better. This is your baby. Why don't you talk about it?
Sure. So yeah, we put together our worst WrestleMania matches throughout all the WrestleManias, and we each did our top 5 with honorable mentions, and we put them in a little slideshow sheet for you. So I guess if we're good to go, if you just want to bear with me, I will share my screen and get us over.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot Juice is doing it. I'm used to telling the
I'm
producer
doing
to
it.
do it. I'm like slideshow. He's like, huh?
When you discuss
Yep,
the
no, it's
stream,
me. So here, I'm gonna share. So bear with whatever you see. Don't worry, no bad stuff. It's
I'll let
okay.
you know when he shares it.
It should just go right to it.
It's being shared. I think we need to click on it just so like.
we are
Oh,
good.
go back. Where you going? What are you
Whoa!
doing? Whew.
Well, I did
Ah!
slideshow and it didn't
Ah!
start slideshow.
This guy, first time noob.
All right, we're good. So
So
there we go. Worst WrestleMania. On my screen, it looks different. Whatever, as long as you guys see it, fine.
yeah,
Worst
we
WrestleMania
see it
matches.
fine.
So let's see. We got to start with our honorable mentions. These are the worst matches in all of WrestleMania, according to us. If you have any matches you guys think were the worst, please throw them in the comments below. Let us know which matches you hate. Let's see if we missed any that you did not like, or maybe you love these matches, and then we can judge you harshly. Please let us know.
Funny enough, we all gave exactly one honorable mention. No one gave more than one, so everyone had a six match list.
I don't know.
It's like
I
we had
could
a
have. I
sixth
could have
sense.
done. I could. Was that?
I said it's like we had a sixth sense.
Ha!
Ha ha.
No.
Yeah, I could have
No.
done. I honestly, my list was at like 10 or 11 at one point. I had to cut it down.
I what I try to stick with the list was matches I watched. So like matches I was like watching and actively was like, this is awful and I hate this. So that's what I try to stick with mainly.
Yeah,
Very fair.
did that
So,
too.
yeah.
I stuck with matches I watched, or if I saw something that I said that's absolutely ridiculous, that was stupid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll
Juice, go ahead. Yeah,
mine
you start
first.
off.
Yeah, Vince McMahon versus Pat McAfee happened just 2 years ago at WrestleMania. Wasn't even a booked match. They just like threw it in there after McAfee beat Theory, and it accomplished absolutely nothing. I don't get what the ego trip was for. All it did was give you an excuse for Austin to come out and give another stunner, and even that couldn't save the segment. So yeah, that's an honorable mention for one of the worst things ever. It was just pointless to do. You already had Austin the night before with Owens. You could have had Austin still come out and just do what he did to Theory and McAfee and not even involve Vince. So it's bad.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
Matt.
So my match on paper it looks like what the heck, but there's a note left out. I guess I didn't put it in my notes. This was a street fight match,
Chicago street fight.
and let's just say it lacked the street fight part of that aspect of the match. Very minimal weapon usage. Blood.
If I remember correctly, wasn't like the kitchen sink an actual weapon used in this one, or was that a different street fight?
I forget.
I think they.
But
I mean, if it's on the worst, if it was on the worst matches, it probably wasn't on there. That's pretty dope weapon to have.
No, I do remember, and I do remember that because it was a little bit of a weak WrestleMania, but I remember that match, and it wasn't the greatest at all street fight.
It disappointed. It could have been so much more.
Yeah, for sure. They, especially with Ahmed, the heat Ahmed and Nation had at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You would have thought they would have capitalized on so much better. I had just 2 years later the finals of Brawl for All, Bart Gunn versus Butterbean, where Bart Gunn got knocked the fuck out in like a minute, not even, I think. And it was the most embarrassing, like, what the fuck? I'm like watching this as a kid, like, why is this? What happened? I thought Bart was supposed to be like this crazy good fighter, and all of a sudden he just is like literally like convulsing on the floor. I was like, is he dead? That was nuts.
Yeah, this was my first WrestleMania, like watching live, 15, and like at the time I didn't really know like anything about boxing or Butterbean. So when I saw it, I was just like, okay, like I don't know, it didn't really do anything like negative or positive for me. It was just there. So
look at this fatty. He's about to get knocked out.
That's really what I thought, because I didn't, just like John, I mean, Juice, I didn't know anything about boxing. So I was like, this butterball is about to get like creamed by Bart Gunn, who's been like running through this tournament.
Butterbean was a monster.
Poor Bart Gunn. All right, let's move on to the bottom 5 for everyone. Starting off with
this is me.
myself. The problem, though,
See others.
is that all 5 of mine were spread across both your list, mainly one over the other, but all 5 of mine were spread across both your lists, so I just figured, why repeat it? Let's move on, and I'll just let you guys know where I ranked them.
No, I'm going to keep the slide here.
Now! Backfire.
All right.
So starting with Matt's.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Wow.
Number 5, Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. You lost me at the big mousetrap. I'm sorry. Can't get over it. Can't get past it. Stupid ridiculousness. Dunzo.
Were you a Jackass fan at all growing up?
No, I was not.
That'll do it.
I thought they were all morons, but that was the point.
But I agree with Matt in the sense that I wasn't a Jackass fan growing up, but I still thought the match was like very entertaining. Granted, the big mousetrap was very dumb, but I don't think it's one of the worst of all time because of that one spot.
Well, I disagree.
Yeah,
but that's your choice. That's your 5.
This one oversaw my expectations. I mean, on paper, I wasn't looking forward to it at all, but I also like the Jackass people. But yeah, I can respect it being on the list, though. I can.
Number 4, Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez, WrestleMania 9. I see that's on Danny's list.
That was my number 2, man. I hated that match.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was so bad. Like, couldn't move. You could tell, like, even at a young age, I was just like, this doesn't seem right. Like, this doesn't seem like it belongs at WrestleMania.
The weird bodysuit with the hair coming out of it.
I didn't understand the bodysuit.
9 was the one in Vegas, right outside.
Yeah.
That was the Hogan Hart one, yeah. No, I 100% agree, though. That was one of his weirdest WrestleMania matches. Giant Gonzalez, I think, lasted, like, another month or two. Like, he didn't last that much longer after that. It was pretty bad.
Number 3, blindfold match, Jake Roberts versus Rick Martel, WrestleMania 7. This was more so of being a kid and hearing about this match and being, like, excited for it, and then it actually happens, and you're like, what is happening? Like, it was just bad. It wasn't entertaining. It was bad.
This was like Matt's like Santa isn't real day. Like,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The funny thing though is, like, I remember hearing about it, and when I watched it as I was older, I was like, no, that's exactly how it would happen. Like, how else is it gonna go?
But you have to understand, at WrestleMania 7, I think I was like 5 or 6.
No,
so,
for
like,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm wide-eyed, like, oh, this could be cool, and then they like just not touching each other. And it's like, what's happening?
You thought they were gonna use like their spidey senses and like hear each other like go off the rope or something.
Matt, did you put on a blindfold and like before Mania and like see what it would have been like for them?
Yeah, I thought that was everyone has to wear a blindfold, so I didn't even see the match. It was weird.
Maybe that's why you didn't like it so much.
Man, this match sucks. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Number 2, this is kind of sad, but I feel like it deserves on the list.
This is fucked up.
WrestleMania 39. Not really Shane's fault, but when you blow out your knee mid-match.
Not even mid-match. At like the start of the match.
Yeah.
He did like a single leapfrog.
But also, like, why were you there?
And he was like the second surprise, right? Wasn't it like McAfee came out and then Shane or
No, was that
forgetting?
Snoop Dogg?
It was Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
They did the same bit 2 different nights. One night with McAfee, one night with Shane.
That's why I was thinking McAfee. Exactly. Yeah. And then Shane blew his knee out. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. No, you're right.
No,
this was number 7 on my list. When I was doing it, this was on my list too, but I took it off because I was like, all right, if I'm gonna do Vince and McAfee, I can't do Shane and Miz too. It's too similar.
I only didn't put it on because I just felt bad that he got so, like, when it's an injury, I kind of feel like bad about it, so I don't put it on the bottom necessarily. But also, like, why was he there? There was no point in him even like, yeah, you're right, terrible.
Because they knew the allegations were coming. Number 1. I'm a little
number 1
surprised.
might surprise people. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I have my reasons. So
we want to hear them.
Thank you. So this was kind of the beginning. This was kind of the beginning of Bray Wyatt's first run, with Luke and what's his face, Redbeard. I can't remember his name.
Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan.
I mean, technically it is Eric Redbeard now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bray was just getting hot, and then they pit him against John Cena, and of course it's the bullshit Super Cena bury Bray Wyatt. But in particular, why this match is number one for me is I was at this WrestleMania, and when this match started, I decided to use my bathroom break, and people in the crowd looked at me and started laughing. They're like, "Usually people go to the bathroom during the girls' matches." I'm like, "Well,
Sexism.
this is it." So I really don't even remember this match. I just remember Cena won because it sucked. Like, it was boring. I didn't even want to watch it. I'm like, fuck this. Went to the bathroom, came back, and saw Daniel Bryan finish his story.
So your worst WrestleMania match of all time is a match you didn't even see.
Yeah, I browsed it. It was one of those bullshit. Like, you knew Cena was gonna Super Cena. It was like a typical bullshit, annoying. I just didn't want to be bothered with it.
No, I get it. Listen, I'll admit I forgot this match even happened. Like at 30, like it just with between the Taker thing and the Danielson thing. Like I totally forgot this match even happened there. So,
well, and what's also funny is their second match. Everyone remembers now because of the cinematic stuff and everything. So like the actual live match is worse because people don't even remember that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my turn.
All right, Juice / Danny's bottom 5.
So you guys have 4 in common.
4 in common. It's crazy,
kinda,
but very
Danny
different
rankings.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go. So number 5, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman versus Goldberg.
Terrible.
At WrestleMania 36. This match should not have even happened. It happened like right when the pandemic started. Roman was supposed to fight Goldberg and win the belt. Roman backed out because of COVID and everything. So then Braun got thrown into it. Braun beat Goldberg in like minutes. And it was just awful. Awful all around. No crowd even react to it. It led to Braun being champion for God knows how long. I think he feuded with Miz and Morrison afterwards. Goldberg went away. It was awful all around. So easy number 5 for me. And then
I don't remember how long he was like champion for. Was it a while?
Pretty sure he well didn't he? He held it until Bray beat him, and then Roman came back and beat them both at SummerSlam or whatever, or the week after.
Oh shit!
He held it for like
4
months, 3-4 months, I think.
That's awful. Such a terrible reign.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number 5. Number 4 through 1, if you look, like, I mean, it's WrestleMania 25, 26, 27, 28. It's that 4-year gap was just god awful.
I 100% agree.
So number 4, Bryan Danielson versus Sheamus. Sheamus for the worst match in WrestleMania history. Number 4, 18 seconds, and AJ fucking kisses them, and then he gives him the bro kick, and he went the belt. Awful.
It lasted longer than Shane McMahon.
Yeah. Actually, probably not. Well, yeah.
Probably not.
I appreciate you trying.
Lasted longer than Sheehan for sure.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Danny, anything you want to add?
I mean, I just remember being so let down because like I was so hyped. I feel like it was Bryan Danielson's like real first big WrestleMania match with the title and everything. I was like, oh, like we're gonna finally let him like unleash and see what he can do as a main event guy. The second, I don't know if I was with you or not for this. Whoever I was with watching this, the second it was the first match, I was like, something bad. Like, this doesn't make sense. They should not put this match first. And then 18 seconds, I don't remember the second match because I had to like go cool off. I was so upset. It made me so mad.
I don't blame you. And honestly, especially after the year before they were supposed to fight each other for the U.S. title, and the match just got cut.
Yes, that's right.
So it just made it even worse. But you're like, after that and then this, just fuck that. Awful.
No, speak of fuck this, awful. Number 3.
Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania 25. Matt, do you remember this one at all?
I do not.
If I told you that a woman didn't win it, would you remember it better?
I don't think I was watching during these
Good-
four
Good for
WrestleMania
you,
matches.
bro.
It's for the best. It's for
Good
the
for
I
best.
don't remember
you.
any of these. I don't remember any of these matches 4 through 1.
Yeah.
You were taking a lot of bathroom breaks.
Yeah, well, you got into it a little bit towards the end when Rock came back. That's when you got into it. But,
Heck yeah.
no, it's true.
That's fair.
That's the
No,
truth.
it's
I'm not
true.
making a joke. But yeah, Women's Battle Royal. This is the one where Santina Morello won it as Santina. It was every woman on the roster fighting. I don't even think a belt was on the line.
Nope.
I think it was just like them fighting for like.
It was supposed to be Miss
shit.
WWE or
And-
something like that.
Oh yeah, Miss WrestleMania.
Yeah,
You're right.
there, Miss WrestleMania. There you go.
Yeah, then fucking Santina came out and won it. It was just awful. God awful. Anything you want to add, Danny?
No, I've already had it. Please move on. I hate that match so much.
I thought you were going to say Nyla Rose on it.
But actually, no. I do want to add something because what really pissed me
Let's go.
off was that
Eat
they
the hate.
also brought in like veterans and like old wrestlers to make it a big deal, and then they have a fucking like it wasn't even a funny win. It's not like she won. Like I was like, oh, like ha, chuckle. It was terrible the entire way through. Oh, I'm so mad about that.
It was very mean spirited.
Maybe I should rate that higher. I didn't realize how mad I was
Rude.
about it.
All right. So this next one's my number 2, but since it's Danny's number 1, I'll let him go first.
It was
Danny?
so long for no reason. You can't tell me that Michael Cole was ever going to put up a competitive match. And then you had them go for like, what, 20 minutes? Are you fucking kidding me? What do they need to wrestle 20 minutes for? It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. No, it was a long match, man.
I gotta check Mania. I mean Wikipedia. There's no way it was that long. I mean any time
It
it's too long.
it felt like 20 minutes, so if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. It felt like such a long match.
Yeah, 14 minutes.
All right, that rounds up.
I'll
But
I'll take being off by
ends in a
6.
DQ. Yeah, it ends in a DQ. Fucking Jack Swagger's involved. Like, it didn't
You know
even
what,
have a
John?
winner.
You know, Juice, let me give Danny Danny credit. With entrances, I bet it's 20 minutes.
Yeah,
That's also fair. Thank you. Because also Stone Cold was the guest referee, so he definitely had an entrance also for that match.
yeah, it was terrible. It was so bad.
But and then yeah, that's the other point, that it ends in a DQ, so Michael Cole gets the win, even though Jerry Lawler like made him tap out. That was the anonymous Raw GM error, so that's why the decision got reversed and all that. But like that's also what made it worse, because the anonymous Raw GM at that point was like dead and buried. No one gave a shit about it. So like and it was his mind Kohler stuff when he was in that plastic little box. So like it was really like the worst of everything, just culminating at WrestleMania 27.
yeah, those were bad times.
Yeah, that made me
bad
really
times.
mad. I hated that match.
Very dark place. But yeah, I did not make that my number 1 though, and I'm not sure if Danny's surprised by that, but
I wasn't surprised by your number 1 at all.
my number 1, without a doubt. I watched all of WrestleManias, all of them 5 years ago before Mania 35. I watched them all from 1 to 34, and then I've been watching them since. And this is without a doubt the worst match in WrestleMania history. The crowd gave it nothing. Brett didn't take one bump. If you go watch it back, didn't take one bump in the match. It had no heat. It was awful. It was sloppy. And then Brett wins via submission. So at least Brett won, but it was without a doubt the worst match I've ever seen at WrestleMania. So easy number 1 for me, no doubt.
Was this before or after Brett had the medical issue?
Probably after, honestly.
Wait, which
No,
medical
that's-
issue?
That's probably why. Didn't he have like a stroke?
Oh yeah, that was way back when he retired the first time. This was when he came back. He did the apology with Shawn Michaels. He was really
But that's
old
what
at
I'm
this
saying.
point.
Like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
could barely
this-
move.
Yeah.
Him and Vince could barely move. There was no reason they were in the ring. That was the U.S. title reign. Like, why the fuck did he have the U.S. title? The guy could even put on a sharpshooter.
And that's why I have this at number 1, because as much as Coleman Lawler was a fucking shit show and a circus, I'll give it credit. The crowd was going nuts for it. Like, at least you were getting like something out of your audience where they were like,
that's fair.
That's the old. Listen, I hated it. Hate them both, 1 and 2. But
No,
that's the only reason I put
I'm
Bray-
understanding your reasoning. It's just I just think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Cole and Lawler again, and I just get mad. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I need to throw another honorable mention because I'm shocked neither of you had it.
Let's go.
But Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg
I
when they were
was
leaving.
this close.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
it was on my list.
The only reason I didn't put it on my list was I blamed the crowd more than them because like the New
No, I
York
blame
crowds
them.
are savages. Well, yeah, they're the reason, but the New York crowders are savage. So like they were, even if they put on the best match they could have, it was never going to be a good match because the crowd wasn't going to let them. Just like
Yeah.
their fucking circumstances they did was just bullshit though. So like you fucked yourselves.
I also want to add Braun versus the Bar at Mania when he won the tag belts with Nicholas the Kid. But that's it. That's it. No more. I'm gonna leave it. I had way more to add.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was
Yep.
bad. Juice, you might want to move a little bit. That light is shine. Yeah, there you go. Oh, there, perfect. Don't move.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
There we go. That's all of our work matches.
I saw a picture of that kid recently, all grown up, and he was holding like his own action figure.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
He's also the referee's, like one of the referee's kids. Not even like an actual kid or a fan.
Oh, he's a fake kid?
He's a fake kid.
He was a planted kid.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the referees is his dad. So, whatever.
Damn, Earl.
That's hilarious. All right. Moving on to Matt, where are you? Like right now, where are you in the world of wrestling, Matt? What's the last thing you saw?
How's life?
Last thing I saw was Dynamite last week.
Last week? You didn't see last night's?
No.
All right, so then let's get WWE out of the way. Because I feel like
I've seen social media stuff, though.
What do you say?
I've seen social media stuff, so I could chime in.
You're caught up enough.
All right.
Let's start off with WWE then. I want to start off with just something I called real quick that I'm happy about. It wasn't a hard thing to call, but I'm just saying. U.S. title picture, triple threat. How we feeling about that? Orton, Owens, and the best U.S. champion in history, Logan Paul.
I think it's going to be a great match. I think Logan Paul will defend it successfully. And then I think we're going to get Team RKO fight.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a great tag team. Fight KO. What's his
name?
Fight
RKO?
Team Fight RKO.
Boom. Got it.
And they could hit everyone with the stunner, with that fantastic stunner with the RKO combo.
I don't like any of this. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fine. It's weird. That's not going to be LA Knight and they're doing the thing with Styles, but
yeah.
Well, I thought about it
on paper. That means what?
I thought about that because I remember you were mentioning it and you did mention again how like you thought it was weird, and I think the reason is because they want to give LA Knight a win, but I don't think they want to put the U.S. belt on him because I think they want to keep him in like the world title picture for hopefully Roman losing. So I think they're trying to give him a big Mania win without sacrificing like him just not being involved in a finish at all in a multi-man match.
They should have him take on Solo. He's beaten Solo a lot.
I'm just glad Solos doesn't have a match at Mania, bro. Like,
give it time. We're not done yet.
No, I don't think he's gonna have a match. I really don't.
Don't put it out loud. They listen to us here on this.
I think they do.
I'm sorry.
He's gonna get a match now on Friday.
I'm sorry. All right, moving on to WWE's version of Christian Cage. What do we think about Candice LeRae?
I love it. I listen. I like Candice LeRae, and I want her to get a good heel run. And I actually wanted to go somewhere. Like I was thinking about it on Raw, and I was like, she needs to have a belt on her in 6 months.
Yep.
Not the tag belts. She needs to win the title in by like SummerSlam.
You think
or whatever.
they're gonna push her like that?
Do I think they're going to? No. But my mentality is when you do a big heel or face turn like this, what's the point? The point is to get either them over or somebody else over, and you need to build them to a title program for that to happen. That's my opinion. If you're just using her on endless bully segments backstage and that's it, then that's a pointless heel turn.
Yeah, but that's what WWE
So,
does. They
I
always
know.
do
I'm just
pointless
trying to be
turns.
optimistic here.
Look at Big Show. Big Show has had 20,000 turns. All of them are pointless. Shinsuke just did a turn. He had, like the turn. Granted, the turn was for Cody, but
And
he also
again, he turned heel and he went into a title program, like, and he helped get Seth over. So I'm just saying there was something to it.
yeah.
Like,
That's
there needs to be a belt involved. That's all I'm saying. He doesn't need to win it. But
yeah. That's fair. That's fair. So
I have a
okay,
question.
so then she just turns and then she gets pushed against Rhea, but not necessarily beating Rhea or whoever the champion is at the time.
yeah, I just think something needs to come from it. That's all. Like, more than just like, I'm going to be another bully now for the lower card people. But
Makes sense.
I have a question regarding
Let's go.
Candace. Last time I watched, she was very she was interacting with Johnny Gargano backstage a lot.
Okay.
He's face, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still interacting a lot? And
Nope.
are they playing like face and heel? No. Okay.
I was thinking
Not
about
really.
that too. Actually, when I was watching, I was like, so Mrs. Johnny Wrestling's a heel, and they're just gonna just pretend that they never interacted. It looks like WWE history.
I think they need to really lean into the Disney mom gimmick with her. Like, give her the Tumblr, give her all the like
That'd
the
be
basic bitch shit.
hilarious.
Like, not
That'd
be
be
like not like a
hilarious.
Chelsea Green. Like, just be like a crazy Disney mom, where like everything she says, like, just, that's what I want to see. Something
Real quick,
different.
since we just brought it up and it's on the list, what do we think of the DIY Creed's brothers match? Like it, hated it. I like the Creed brothers. They're growing on me. They're a pretty good team, man. They're so athletic. The shit they can do is pretty impressive.
Honestly, I like them, but I think they're still a little green / reckless.
Oh no, for sure. They need like some more tuning. Like I think they're a good young team and they're going to be great in the future. I'm glad they didn't win. I'm not saying that at all. But
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
reckless though. You
I just
think?
think a little too much.
I guess I'm trying to think of like their matches. I guess a little reckless.
Well, like every time they do that Brutus bomb. Have you seen the Brutus bomb move, Matt? That they do the cannonball at the top rope.
No, I always see one of them. He like holds a guy in submission and power bombs someone while holding the submission. That's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, that is impressive. Like, so there's a move where one guy holds him on his shoulders, and then the other guy comes off the top rope, like not like a splash, but like he goes into like a cannonball, like he's diving into a pool. But he keeps the cannonball position the whole way down, and majority of the time he does it, like either someone gets hurt or it's really dangerous looking. Just because the way the bodies are hitting, like he's not really protecting himself, and in the process, he can either hurt himself or the opponent. So I just think maybe that's just a bad finishing move, and they should probably get rid of it. But I don't know. I like them though. I just think that they're still a little reckless. That's just
So the one thing I will say though, and just because I haven't seen reports, so you got to assume maybe they figured out how to do it safely, is that no one's really gotten hurt. Like I haven't seen any reports of any injuries or anything from it.
I gotta look back. I think either somebody from Imperium or New Day did get banged up, and they were off for a few weeks.
Okay.
Like one of their first matches they had on Raw, I think somebody got a little banged up, and then that's why they kind of went away for a while.
Gotcha.
I think they got a little.
That does make sense because I was thinking that too. That they like came in hot and then all of a sudden disappeared. Yeah. But I also thought that was just WWE.
I think it was Eichner, or
gotcha.
What's his name now? I don't know what they call him now.
Yeah, not Ludwig.
The bald one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Giovanni Vinci.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Let's start off with Matt Hardy. Oh, delete.
Oh yeah.
Delete. Get out of here.
What about Matt Hardy?
I don't know. You put him on the list.
All right. Well, yeah, I thought you were going to lead into it. Well, we talked a little bit about it.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to bring it up just to antagonize you, but Hardy Boys ladder match WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Why not?
Well, Matt, if you didn't hear or know about this, or if people watching don't know about this, Matt Hardy was at Raw this week in the crowd with his wife. They were in North Carolina. He was there. People took pictures of him in the audience, watching it, enjoying it. Just fine. He can have a life, but his contract's ending. And a lot of people are assuming the Hardys are done with AEW and going right back to WWE. And will it happen? Yeah. Will it happen for Mania to be in a ladder match in the Hall of Fame and all that? No, it's not.
I don't think it's going to happen for Mania. It would have made sense to put them in the ladder. They did that with the Hardy Boys already back in 30. They're not going to do that again. So, or they don't need to do that again. They can do that again. But also, like, I really just don't want them to come back as wrestlers. Like, it's sad to watch
Washed
them now.
up.
I get so sad watching them.
Yep. Yeah. No interest.
Didn't I thought he got divorced, and then she's posting on social media that they're together at Raw. What
Dude,
happened?
yeah, I don't know. It's this toxic ass relationship. I don't know. I
Mm.
mean, they didn't get divorced, but I think like they got close or they were in a big fight. I honestly don't really know, but they were making it like something was going on. So I guess they made up. But
Yeah, no, very, very
Yeah.
dumb.
toxic as fuck. in those
Love
two.
conquers all.
Yeah, sure.
Usos, how excited are we for this brother versus brother, big brother versus little brother?
Every 15 years, a brother versus brother match. Let's just do it. I'm loving this. This is a perfect like third or fourth match on the card. Mid card, Jey Uso in the flesh. Let's go.
Now, I don't know what you're more upset about, the actual match or Sal's excitement or Matt's excitement for the match.
No, I'm annoyed about something else.
Oh.
Kind of something Matt said, but he didn't say it. It was WWE that said it.
Oh.
So yeah, on the fucking beginning of Raw when Jay came out, Michael Cole was like, "Oh, for the third time ever at WrestleMania, brother versus brother," which is bullshit. Because he's like the Hardys, Owen versus Brett, and now Jimmy and Jay. I'm sorry. Are we forgetting about Kane and The Undertaker? Brothers, known brothers in your fucking storylines for decades. Like, for real. How the fuck are we forgetting about Kane versus Taker? It happened like 3 times at Mania.
That's a great one. I think it happened twice. Yeah.
That's totally forgot. Like, not forgot about them being brothers. Just I didn't put two and two there when he was saying it. I was like, oh yeah, real life brothers, of course. These three real life brothers.
Michael Cole broke the third wall. They're not really brothers.
Like, what the fuck are we even doing? Why should we even give a shit? Like,
That's
Hardy versus
great.
Hardy, Brett versus Owen, Usos.
That's
Alright, go
so
fuck myself then. I guess Kane and Taker don't count anymore.
Every 15 years.
That got to me. It was like the first 3 minutes of Raw. I was like, I'm ready to turn this shit off. I'm not watching this. They're getting me good. Because the other thing they did, all right, now we're cooking, is about The Rock and Cody. So Cody, I don't know if you guys saw this online or
Rock's
whatever.
next anyway. Keep going.
About it. No one even talked about this, but Cody gets off his stupid fucking vodka bus, and he's got his dog Pharaoh with him. And Pharaoh's wearing a little bandana, and on it just says, "The Rock is a cat." Like, are you fucking kidding me? You can't just put The Rock's a pussy. You got to be all cute, PG. Oh, The Rock is a cat, and the dog's wearing the bandana.
No, because The Rock's gotta be the rated R guy who can say the bad words.
So fucking stupid. It was so fucking dumb. Pissed me off. So between The Rock is a cat, oh yeah, anybody can give themselves fucking goosebumps. You hit yourself a few times in the fucking arm. Oh, look at that. Ooh, mana. Like, fuck off, man. Fucking bullshit.
I mean, to be honest with you, the real cat is Cody Rhodes anyway. The response he had to The Rock talking about his mom on Raw. Your mom's such a nice lady. Come on, man. Stop being a little punk. Go back at him. Go at The Rock.
Tired of all the fucking talking. Just fight. Beat the shit out of each other. Get me hyped. Let's go.
I agree. All right. Really quick, before we go on to AEW, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back in a few minutes, so please stay with us. While you're waiting, take a second to subscribe to our channel. Use your free subscription from Prime if you have one. Go to AmazonGames.com, and please give us a subscription. We can use all the help. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Geek.
You good?
And his name is John C.
They probably didn't hear that.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Did anyone hear anything? Like, none of the audience heard anything?
No, because we're doing a new thing, so it's not attached to any of the buttons. So I keep clicking the thing, which is...
Gotcha. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Sorry about that. We have some technical difficulties because we're doing some remote stuff this week. So we did not realize that you weren't listening to us. Thank you very much. We luckily didn't miss much. We just started talking about AEW and let Matt know that Okada is the new Continental Champion.
Oh, good. I wasn't listening either, so that's good to know.
Wow.
While the Bastard Pack is his new challenger, and I was about to give a very angry take, and luckily our producer let us know that we weren't playing yet. So, great timing.
What's
Thank
your
you,
angry
producer.
take?
But my angry take is that the Continental Championship was just not necessary. Like, now we just have another championship that literally, I think, is the equivalent of either your international or your TBS title, whatever. They could have just had the international title as that placeholder for the Triple Crown tournament, yada, 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 done the same thing, had the same result, and then had one less title that now we had to, like, we complain about AEW having so many belts, and this is just, like, I thought all three were staying together, and then once we realized that they were breaking apart, it's like, now we just have another AEW title that is another mid-card title. Great. I don't know why. Like, it just weird to me.
The continental title, you're champion of the continent, where the international title, you're internationally a champion. So it's different.
Yeah, it's just like the Intercontinental in the United States. I understand that.
All right, good. So we're all on the same page. Moving on. No, so my thought process, no, my thought process on it is yes, a lot of belts. But if we're gonna break it down, my thought is TNT is clearly your TV belt. It can kind of be crazy and
Yes.
anybody can have it, whatever. The international is like your intercontinental, it's your upper mid card, it's your workhorse belt. And it's supposed to be, I think, defended all across the country, all across the world, rather.
That's what they originally said.
It should be more global. Now, for the Continental, I think of it as a Ring of Honor fan. To me, it's kind of like the pure title now. I know it was on par with the Ring of Honor World Title and the New Japan Strong World Title, but it's got the rule where no interference allowed during your matches. And the thing about it is, if you guys remember, Tony Khan said that come next November, whoever holds that belt automatically gets entered into the Continental Classic and defends the belt in that.
Oh,
so
it's like King of the Ring minus the crown.
Yeah, so
I don't
put too much weight. Yeah, so I don't put too much weight really on the belt, but it's there for at least a purpose. So I don't know, it's not terrible, but I get what you're saying.
I'll let it go.
I get it.
Fine. But let's move on to the actual feud that's coming from it. So how do we feel about Okada and Pac?
Yeah, I don't mind it. My note with Pac was more with his entrance music.
Oh, my bad.
No, I think that the beginning of his entrance theme needs to be tweaked or changed. Because if you listen to them, or next time you listen to both the themes I'm going to say, Pac's theme song, the beginning of it sounds a lot like the beginning of the Undisputed Kingdom's theme song.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Granted, Pac's had his theme for years, so you would think, okay, change the Kingdom. Someone's got to change it. They're pretty similar. I thought the Kingdom was coming out. Seriously.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. That was my note about Pac, but the match would be great. I'm excited for it. I don't think it's gonna be on pay-per-view, probably TV, but
no, I have to say I don't know much about Okada, but if he's always been like a dick like he is, I love it. I love
great. Yes.
Dick as he is.
Yeah.
He's playing so good right now.
Yep.
Between him and Osprey, I don't know who I like better. Like both home runs.
It's been great. It's been great seeing Osprey every week now. It's one thing to see them in the ring and wrestle every now and then, but weekly being out there doing their thing, his entrance is electric. I love that shit.
I'm also loving just seeing the personality from both of them. You can tell Okada's having fun with the Young Bucks and he's having fun just playing up this dick role. You can tell Osprey's legitimately I think he gets to be a face for the first time in a long time, so he's just embracing being cheered everywhere he goes. You can tell he's this is just the best thing in the world. I can't wait for him and Brian. It's going to be crazy good.
If they were smart, they could have Okada play up like he's Otani's bookie. Just really lean into it. It'd be really good.
You know what? I want to say something they should do, but I don't want to put it into existence, and then it happens.
Do it.
Because honestly, AEW wouldn't. I don't think AEW would do it. WWE would. I don't think AEW will. It would make Nakazawa be his bookie, be his little assistant. Make Nakazawa.
He steals the money from him.
No, but that makes sense. That makes sense because he's with the Elite and stuff. Him and Cutler are the Elite bitches.
But that's 100% a Vince McMahon book. Vince would be like, "Oh, we gotta do this now."
Freebird says AEW needs to hire Serge Carter to do their entrance music. Serge.
I think it wasn't Serge. I think it was Gil Kim's husband or something. Who was that?
I don't know who that guy is.
Either way,
Freebird's drunk. That's all I know.
Whoever does the WWE music, that's who you should hire.
Fair.
What was it?
Leopard? Did you hear? Yes. Did you hear the other champion, our other new champion of last night?
I heard, and I saw a great moment from the fight, which I don't know if you guys are really how in tune with hockey you guys are, but when they put the Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins jerseys on, there's a subplot to that because the Bruins have eliminated Toronto from the playoffs the last few years, and right now they're slated to face each other if the hockey players were to start. So them using those two jerseys.
That's awesome.
Well, the detail, amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
I like good guy Christian, by the way, putting on his jersey for Edge for Copeland. Like, he just put it on Copeland on his neck, and Christian's like, all right, I'll do the rest. Fuck it. Freebird, you're right. It was Dixie's husband. I was mixing them up.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, Serge Carter. Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, Carter.
The one thing I wasn't crazy about, I loved the match. Great spots, great finish, awesome how they handcuffed that was all great. I wasn't crazy about like how many times they were asking, "Do you quit?" and like the responses, like go fuck your, like some of them were just weird. Just like I get he was trying to do the Toronto like playing with the heel thing, but him being like, "I don't quit like the Toronto Maple." It's like, all right, bro, you're literally on the verge of dying. You don't have to go with this whole long-winded. Just say I don't quit or whatever. Like I just feel like they asked him way too many times. Just like let the match kind of happen and just like kind of put the microphone in their face, where you don't have to keep asking them like, "Do you quit?" And like, I don't know. There was just too much referee for me. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I
feel like every I Quit match is like that.
Yeah, I didn't mind it too much, and also AEW's only ever done one other I Quit match, and it was like 4 years ago. So it wasn't too bad.
I probably would have quit when I took a nut shot from that spiked. What was it? The 2x4.
Spike. Yeah,
spiky.
What?
No, it's just spiky.
But all the previous 5 kicks to the dick wouldn't have done it.
No,
Nope.
the spikes.
The spike would have done it.
Has to be the spikes.
Oh my god.
Has to be the spikes.
Yeah, that was good. I liked the match, and I loved Garcia handing him the belt on his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's got to be Garcia next.
Yeah,
that's got to be the next person. That's got to be the one who beats him. I think.
Loser.
Like a match of respect, and Garcia as a face gets it.
Do you guys see Copeland getting a long run with this? Because I don't.
No, and whether it's at Dynasty or Double or Nothing or just on a Dynamite, I see Garcia being the one to beat him eventually.
I don't think it's gonna be a long run with him. I think,
especially with the shot of Garcia putting it on Adam's shoulder when he won. Like, you don't do that for no reason. I don't think. But
I think
I don't think it's.
I think they're gonna have Adam like do more of his like dream matches like he wanted to do. Like that goal was just to get it off Christian. So I think it's gonna be a short run, which is fine. I don't mind a short run with the belt. He doesn't need a belt.
Two-time NT champ.
2-time, baby. 2-time.
Loser leaves AEW. What are we
What's
talking
that?
about?
Yeah. So I think, based on you watched Rampage, right, Danny?
Yeah.
I think based on the Bullet Club promo and the Acclaim promo, I think they're building to a loser leaves AEW match between the two teams.
Really?
Oh.
And I think whoever loses, the Acclaimed, probably going to go to Ring of Honor for a while. If you go back and watch,
would that be after the trios title match?
Yeah.
So you think it's gonna be like, let's say the Acclaim lose, so Bullet Club beats them and gets the belts. Then their thing is belts or career or whatever. Gotcha.
If you listen back on both their promos, the way they were talking, like it just, again, maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but it sounded like they were kind of building to maybe doing something like that, where like someone's got to go. Like this town ain't big enough for the both of us, kind of thing. So we'll see. But I just wanted to put that out there.
I would be interested in that.
That's how they punish Max. They punish Billy Gunn and what's his face with them.
God damn it, Freebird. Sorry, I was reading Freebird's comment. Freebird says, Rampage? Like Rampage Jackson, member of the Main Event Mafia despite never actually wrestling? No, not the same. Not the same Rampage.
He's not wrong.
He is not wrong about Rampage Jackson. That is true.
It could be the same Rampage. We've never seen him in the same room. Just saying. So I had thought about Mercedes that I wanted to share. Now that we're on week 2 of Mercedes Moné.
CEO.
I get, and Tony's analytical mind. I would have thrown Mercedes somewhere else on the show rather than kick off with her again, because you saw how many fans tuned in for her, and as soon as she was off, they turned it off, and you lost that viewership. So again, I get he wants to go for get the bump in the rating early, and it'll carry you through. But I would have put her in the middle, or just played around with where you put her. So you keep those fans waiting, keep them guessing. That's just a little nitpick of mine from a business side of it. I just
No, I
didn't
agree.
really like kicking off again.
Yeah, the first time kickoff made a lot of sense, but now it's not a surprise. Now
Yeah,
tune
that's a
in.
little silly.
See her when you see her.
Agreed. Blah, 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 blah. Zach Knight, how are we feeling about Saraya's brother and this little feud?
I was gonna
So
ask
I have
you.
yeah. You were gonna ask who he is. So Zach Knight is Saraya's brother,
Okay.
and he lives over in Rampage Land. So you
That's
haven't
it.
watched
Only
Rampage.
Rampage.
So you
Oh,
haven't seen him.
he's a wrestler.
Yes.
Wasn't he on Collision last week? Technically, weren't they supposed to wrestle on
He was.
Collision?
He was, but Matt hasn't watched his last week's Dynamite, so I knew
That's
he didn't
fair.
see it.
That's fair.
But yeah, so the reason I bring it up was I have a confession to make, but I didn't. I don't think you guys have been watching enough to probably notice it or catch it. But every week they do a bit with Zach Knight where he beats the shit out of somebody with like a club or whatever. But every time he starts the segment off, it always sounds like he yells the word lesbians. They'll be like, lesbians, and just fucking hit somebody. And I'm like, okay, that's a weird thing to do. I'm like, why is he just yelling lesbians? And I heard him on Collision this week, and it sounds like I could finally maybe get it. I don't know if it's like a UK thing or whatever, but it sounded like he's saying let's be on ya or lesbiania or something like that. I don't know what that even means.
Let's be on.
He's like, let's be on ya. But it sounds like lesbians. The first few weeks, he's like, lesbians! And he just fucking hits somebody in the head. I was like, this is the best gimmick ever.
That's
Just yell
the
lesbian.
country he's defending, Lesbiania. All right, it's a distant country. Be careful.
No, I'd really like to know. And I mean, maybe I should just Google let's be on ya and see if it means anything. But just a weird thing to say.
It's probably
next time you see Zach Knight,
it's a
Feels
hooligan
like-
saying.
right
That's the problem.
Feels like Anchorman. I want to be on ya.
So I got something to bring up with Adam Cole,
go.
baby. I'm getting
Okay.
a little tired of him just not being on the show. Like, I get you're hurt, but you can be live. You can have some of these segments be a little more impactful. Like, I wasn't crazy about the Wardlow segment last night because I feel like that would have been better doing it in his face and seeing Wardlow's reaction with it instead of him just like on a screen just like talking through them. I kind of wanted like Bret Hart. Bret Hart was hurt. He was always being wheeled around every week with the Hart Foundation. He was there every week, like doing the promo and stuff. Like, I don't understand why he can't be doing that, and it's a little disappointing for me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, besides the last 2 weeks, he has been there. It's just the last 2 weeks he's been doing these from home promos.
He hasn't been there every week.
No, but he's there. Like when he's there more than he's not. Honestly,
Every week.
no, but he is. He is there more than he's not. Like maybe he misses 1 or 2 here or there. Yeah, I don't know.
But
I mean,
the ones
I
he's
kinda wish they
missing,
didn't go to the-
he shouldn't be like. Then don't have that segment with. That's what I'm saying. Like the segments that he's having, I feel like are more impactful in person. Like him interacting with the group and like saying it and being like this. Like imagine like how funny that would be. Him sitting in the wheelchair yelling at Wardlow, like saying above him while Wardlow's actively getting pissed. And like now you see the tension brewing from Wardlow. Also now you see the little rift brewing a little better than just Adam Cole screaming at him, but maybe Wardlow's just gonna follow suit. Like you kind of see Wardlow's reaction in real time with it.
I think the reason is that he's still hurt, and you can't do too much with it in the meantime. And also, you have so many new fires with Okada, Ospreay, and Monet. Like you can get away with this for now. I think that's why it's at least better to kind of see him at least a little bit than like him being there. Doesn't really add too much to the show right now. You can get away with him not really being there anymore. So I don't know. I kind of get what you're saying, but it doesn't bug me that much because I think that fire will heat up once he's closer to being back.
You hope. I hope.
Remember when we saw him get injured live? That was
That was fun.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
That's
You know what's not sad? The timeless one, Toni Storm. Loving everything she does. I'm loving her new what's her face being young Toni Storm is hilarious to me, and she's doing it great. Mariah May is playing a great young Toni Storm. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the fun detail I like about that I haven't really seen anybody talk about yet is that until Mariah started dressing just like Toni, Tony didn't pay attention to her for like a second.
100%.
Like I like that detail of like, okay, now that she's dressed like you, being like you, now like you're like really acknowledging her and giving her attention. So I like that.
No, it's perfect. It's really good. It adds more to the character with it. I really like it. Awesome that Thunder Rosa got the pin on her last night. So that starts putting her back in the title contention with that. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works. Tag team match, Matt. It was Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo versus Toni Storm and Toni Storm. And
Tony Storm and Tony Storm.
Thunder Rosa pinned the timeless Toni Storm.
I got
it. So, yeah.
It's good, though.
Good match. I liked it a lot.
I got some bones to pick with the tag title tournament.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
I don't understand how the Blackpool Combat Club is not in it. I really don't. Like, they just beat FTR.
Who is in it?
FTR's in it. It's the Young Bucks and Private Party. It's Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta versus the Undisputed Kingdom. FTR versus the Infantry.
So
can't remember the last matchup.
Can I say something also, since we're talking about the tag team tournament? Is as much as I love him, and I love him, I don't think Orange and Trent should have won last night. I think you should have given the win to Don Callis family. Let that heel group build up a little more. You know neither team is winning the tag team championships, so at least let the Don Callis family get a little heat. It's not like Orange and Trent are the main tag team anyway, so them taking a loss doesn't really hurt either one of them. I think you gain more than you lose with Don Callis winning, since you're trying to build up this stable. So I wasn't too crazy about that. I'm not upset that they won, but like storytelling wise, I kind of wish they didn't win in a sense, because then that also can open up a feud down the line with Don Callis and Undisputed Kingdom, because eventually Undisputed Kingdom is supposed to kind of, you hope, take over and be that main stable, as Don Callis is trying to be the main stable. So like that'll be a fun little feud that you could have kind of planted seeds for early on. That's just what I thought about it, since we were talking about how much they're messing it up.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the plan is they're going to give the Bucks the belts anyway here.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it's probably why Blackpool Combat Club's not in it, but it's just hard to justify from a booking perspective. And I still think the story ultimately is going to lead to, I still think Trent and Chucky and all them, I think they're going to either turn on Orange or leave Orange behind. So that's the story going on here. It's like them not winning the big one. So I feel like there's a reason for them to win. And Fletcher and Hobbs never really teamed up. Like, you don't need them in this. They were kind of thrown together. So yeah, I don't mind them winning, but they're not going to go in the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not doing anything more than just giving them like a quick, short, like, oh, you beat Orange, how dare you guys? Like,
well, it's about getting them close and then losing, like, rather than just losing right away. Get them close and lose, and it really pisses off Trent more and more. You know, because Orange shouldn't have even been in this thing and all that. But
fair.
Yeah, we'll let it play out.
All right, but yeah,
the Infantry though.
BCC should be in there. The Infantry win was interesting.
I liked it. I think it's a rare case where they kind of showed their hand, though. Like, Tony probably shouldn't have done as much as he did to get it over. So Matt, I don't know if you saw or remember. Did you see the segment where the week before last week where Infantry came out and were like getting in FTR's face, being all like heels and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Or no? You saw that? Okay. Like, you do that where they come out, they're being all cocky heels, getting in FTR's face, and then a week later you have them fight House of Black and they're playing like the underdog baby faces, getting their asses kicked. And like the second that match didn't end, like within like 90 seconds, I knew that Infantry was going to win. And then Mark came out and did his thing and screwed him, which I'm fine with. I just think like Tony almost overcompensated the booking to like make us see that one coming. He should have just let it happen a little bit more. That's all I thought. But, yeah, that's all.
Agreed.
That's all I got.
But I will say I do like their tag team tournament setup over SmackDown's tag team tournament setup. Even if all the teams in there should be in there, I do like the kind of the setup of the tournament. They got more teams in. I don't know, but me and Juice were saying that they could have made it a 16-team tournament very easily. It could have been a much bigger tournament very easily. They have so many teams, even just to get them 5 minutes of TV time. Like, I saw the Butcher last night, and in my head I was like, oh, what ever happened to the Butcher and the Blade? Like, they could have been a pretty cool tag team if they'd let them do shit. They're pretty badass, but they didn't. They didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Who is badass, though? Shibata. And that Shibata Danielson match last week was insane.
It was
So
mind
good.
blowing, brain blowing.
So... It didn't happen.
I had to turn myself off just to like enjoy it for a few minutes. Oh my god. No. Yeah, just great. That's my shit. I loved it. Just wanted to give it some love here on the stream. 2 thumbs up.
And I
can't wait for Shibata and Okada. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, I thought you meant Shibata and Ospreay. That's gonna be another great match next week.
Even that one. Just like, let's go. Like, he got his visa. He's back in the States.
Yo,
Let's
he's
go,
ready
baby.
to go.
Get him all the matches done now.
For sure. Yeah, no, I think Okada's. Shibata doesn't have a great run of matches now between Ospreay. Eventually, you're gonna see Okada. You know he's gonna see Copeland is a very good possibility of seeing him. Like, he's gonna see a bunch of good matches coming up, and I'm really excited to see what Shibata does. All these guys, Shibata, Danielson, Ospreay, they're about to have just a string of just like classics, and it's gonna be very exciting. Wrestling's gonna be so great. All right. With that being said, on to the main event. Try to do my best, Mark Henry.
Sorry, Mark Henry.
Trying. So, by we, I mean Juice, made a tier for our WrestleMania logos, which we will be sharing right now. I don't know
want
how
the record
to
to
do
show.
this.
I already shared it. It should be on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know if John has to do something over here. He left.
Oh. Well, I want the record to show that I didn't make this. Somebody else had it made on Tier Maker. So thank you to whoever that user is. I don't have their name in front of me. But
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No name user.
Hold on, Danny. We're good, Danny. It's on the screen.
We are good? Okay.
Yep.
I
It's
didn't
on the
know
screen.
what to do. Everything's good with
So
it.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can move stuff if you can
I can see it. I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Cool.
John's just trying to fix some thing on our side, but we're good. So, continue what you were saying. My apologies.
Right. So what we're doing here for everyone watching at home, which once again, thank you for letting us into your home here on this lovely Thursday night. We are going to be ranking the WrestleMania logos from 1 to 40, and we're going to rank them from beautiful to good, mid, boring, and botched, which means they completely just ruined it.
Yes.
And
again,
yeah,
this is
these are-
only the logos, not the matches,
Yes.
not the card. We are only ranking the actual logos themselves.
yes. So there's really, I don't think these are actually in any, they're kind of in a weird jumbled order, but whatever. So
Does
we can
anyone
start
want
from
to
the
start?
first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is
we'll
that
start
just
with
WrestleMania?
WrestleMania,
WrestleMania
1,
1.
It's a classic.
personally would put this on a beautiful scale. I think it's clean. It does the test of time. It's the original. That's top dog for me.
I don't
Okay.
mind that at all. I was gonna say good, so beautiful for me is fine. I agree with what Matt said. This is the first one. This is the one, a lot of people reuse when they do WrestleMania logos and stuff. What? Wait a second. How high is how high is your vote weighted, Juice?
It's a lot. It comes with the mod powers. I could put it under beautiful. I mean, I don't have too much of an opinion on it, but it's not a bad one. It's the OG, and it's the foundation, like you said. So I'm cool with putting 1 there.
All right.
So now let's go to 2.
2, I would personally, I think you could lump 2, 3, 4, and 5 all under mid to boring because they kind of just took the original and
just like added a little bit to it.
Right.
If anything, I would say 2 is mid, and then as you keep doing it, it just gets more boring because like it just keeps getting repetitive. At least 2 kind of like that was back in the 80s. That was still like the old school like sequel,
Yeah.
like Lethal Weapon 2 or whatever, they'd show like that big thing in the background, so it was kind of common. But as we get to more WrestleMania, it's just like, all right, do something different. It's like
Yep.
WrestleMania. I saw 3 before, I
This is
thought.
3. Is this 3? Maybe this is 3. I think. I don't know. Some of them are cropped out, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go with that
I'm gonna
one for
assume this-
WrestleMania
I'm
3.
gonna assume this is 3.
Here, let me look it up, and I'll let you know.
So we're gonna put 3 mid as well.
Boring.
Boring. All right, I like that.
4 and 5 boring as well.
Here's 5.
5 is there.
There's
4
4.
next. 4 is right next
Oh,
to it.
this. Here's 3.
Oh, there's
here's
3.
3.
I was gonna say, yeah,
I
that
think this
was.
is 4. Then.
I was gonna tell you that wasn't 3.
This is 3.
I don't know if that's 4.
Actually, yeah, 3 is kind of. You know what? I don't like 3. I'm gonna move it down.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like the
I'm
logo.
okay with that.
Like to go from the number 2 to Roman numeral 3, like.
Yeah.
And this is 4.
I guess, yeah.
I don't
That
know.
looks like
4. Yeah, 4 can be boring at that point.
yeah, 4,
Five's got a little-
5.
5's got the purple going on a little bit more in the background with it. So
I'll put 5 at mid. I'm fine with that.
yeah, 5 can be mid. Here's 6. 6 has got like a spacey thing going on.
6 has the
Yeah.
nicer gold color. If you're gonna put 5 mid, I'd put 6 mid also because of that nice shiny.
They're all
shininess.
the same shit. If we're being honest.
And then
No, they're
that's
that's-
8 right there. No, wait, where's 7?
This is it.
Is that 7?
This must be 7. This must be This has got to be 7. Right
Yeah, I
here.
agree.
I like that one. It's the first time I feel like they kind of
They changed the
maybe
colors up.
like
Starting to jazz it
Maybe.
up a bit.
Jazz hands.
I'll put that one under good. I like
Okay.
7. 8 and 9 look kind of the same.
No,
Yeah.
If
that's.
you take away that background.
I don't think that's.
away that background thingy.
7.
Boring.
Both of these, you think?
Yeah, that's 7.
They bore me.
Yeah,
I'm getting bored.
I'm not a fan of 9 at all. If anything, I think 9 is a botch.
Yeah.
You could make that a botch. That's a weird
so
logo
here's-
behind the.
Here's
And
10.
10, I'm not a
I think
fan
10,
of.
10's got,
What'd you say?
what do we got about 10?
I love 10 personally.
Do you really?
I do.
I don't like 10 at
I
all.
think that X is iconic. Maybe because it's in the background of all the matches, so I just think of it.
You're right. The WrestleMania 10 like event was iconic. That logo specifically, I hate.
But like that logo, I just see that logo behind the ladder when Sean's climbing it. It's just in my head.
No, I'm not a big fan.
right,
I'm gonna
so-
say this is.
I'll settle for mid.
Wait. Danny, what'd you say? Danny, you think it's what?
I'm gonna say boring for me. I don't think it's a botch.
Okay,
I'm
and
gonna say
Matt, where
boring.
you got it?
I would have put it at good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm with Matt. I'm putting it at good.
All right. Cool.
I like that logo. I'm digging that logo a lot.
Cool.
So that's 10.
Fools.
So
No, I'm just kidding.
11.
11's next. The first one.
Oh yeah, duh. I like that one too.
Yeah, it's not
I mean,
bad.
it's either good or mid. It's not bad.
It's
I
the
like that
first
one.
time they really went away from the gold.
Yeah.
Like they tried something
Yeah.
new with this one.
I'm okay with mid for this one. Just compared to some of the other ones, I don't know if I would put that at good.
Yeah. Okay. Then we
12
got
was
12.
an interesting one.
12 is
Doing
interesting
the
because
Fox,
it's the Fox logo.
20th
I
Century
would-
Fox deal going on.
I
I
don't
put
know.
You would what?
I'd put 12 at mid.
Yeah, mid's I'm okay with mid.
Okay. I probably would have bumped it up a little bit. Maybe I'm being too generous. I'll leave it a mid, but I would have been good.
Because you know what it is? I'm just looking at some of the other ones. And I'm just trying to put in perspective of like how I'd rank those. I'm like, if that's beautiful and that's good, would I put that at the same time or
I
same
guess.
spot?
I don't like 13.
I was gonna say I
You
think 13 was a cop out. I think 13's a big
Okay.
botch. I think 13 was
Botch it.
just they were being way too like, oh, here's number 13. I'm just gonna throw that on there and that's it.
Okay.
It's the
Is 14
it's the only non Roman numeral, Roman numeral, right? Oh no,
Roman.
2000.
Yeah.
21. Okay,
Uh,
there's a,
It's-
Freebird says Freebird says the purple is cool, meaning 11. I agree. I liked 11, but they both said mid. So I lose out.
So it was 14 that red one?
14 is the red
Yes,
one.
yeah. I think they're in order now. The rest of the way.
Okay, good.
And
Yeah.
I love the red one.
I was gonna say I loved 14. I thought it was one of the coolest logos. Just the way it was
Right,
also like
beautiful.
revolving around, like almost like
Yep.
a cube during the thing. It was so cool to me. And then I
Mm-hmm.
think they fucked up 15. I think they went from being real good back to being like mid to boring with 15.
Yeah, I think I'd go mid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was bad. Like mid's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not good though either. I think mid's perfect for
Free,
15.
Freebird
Again, this is
said
just
Freebird said that he didn't like the off center on 14.
I guess because it's a cube tilted rather than just like straight in your face. But
What a
I'm-
what a weirdo that Freebird guy is.
it's okay, Freebird. All right, WrestleMania 16, aka WrestleMania 2000.
I would say
I
good.
like this. Yeah, I like this one because I think it's the only WrestleMania that actually uses the WWE logo in the W.
And this
Yeah.
also reminds me of the video game. And it was one of my
Exactly.
favorite video games. So like I am very biased this one. I love this one.
So are we thinking beautiful though, or just good? Like, is it beautiful?
I
Like,
wanna
don't
be
know, like,
f-
it's nostalgic.
I want to be
I'm
fair and say good.
Good for me.
What do you think?
Good for me.
Yeah.
Good for me.
All right, now we're on to WrestleMania 17.
Yo, the next few I really, really liked. 17,
I-
18, 19, and 20.
I didn't really like
think
this
I really
logo.
liked those. You didn't?
Really?
You
Interesting.
didn't
No.
like X7?
Not really.
Oh, I thought it was clean.
That's
I think it was
Clean.
pretty clean.
I think it was a good mix
Clean, but
of the classic, a little mix with like the new style, but it was very clean. Also, I agree. I liked it a
It's-
lot.
It's boring to me though. I don't know.
Interesting. I would say
All right,
good.
yeah,
So
But hey, that's one man's opinion.
right. It is.
so Matt says
Um,
boring. I say good.
So I'm gonna go with good.
Okay.
We'll go up a little bit.
And I feel the same way about 18. I think 18, you know, they obviously put in the little scratch and stuff, but I thought 18 was a nice one also. I thought 18 was good too.
I could put 18 at mid because it's basically 17 with like a little bit more of an edge on the X8. Like, it's not bad, but it's kind of just redoing 17.
Boring.
Alright, so-
Sounds like mid's good.
So mid sounds like mid wins. This is WrestleMania 19, which was in Seattle, I believe. Hard to really see it in that one.
Yeah.
So WrestleMania
But-
19 is just that, but with the little box that says X1X. So it's like WrestleMania 17 and 18, except that's the color.
Yeah.
Which I do agree. Now I think we're going a little. Now that I see it like that, I think we go a little boring.
They went to the well one
That's
too many times.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That one. I'm okay with that going there.
I like
I
20.
think- I think 20 is beautiful. I love
20
it.
is beautiful.
I
Yeah.
really love 20. Yeah,
The white background, it's nice.
the way the X's just
It's
formed
just-
there.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
And then I
Hold on.
remember in the entrance that's where like they broke up like at those X's. So like for the stage and stuff, it was totally dope.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
21. Wasn't that L.A.? Wasn't that the one they were doing all the
That was the Hollywood
movies and stuff? Yeah.
Honestly, I'd put it at botch.
Really?
I'm with you.
I
I'm with you.
I don't like
like.
it.
I don't like the 21.
Interesting.
neither.
I didn't think it was that bad, but go ahead, put it at botch. I'm not going to argue. I don't love it enough
Yeah.
to argue.
I didn't really like that one.
You know, it's
The
funny.
21
Logo.
So I liked 17, 18, 19, 20, like I said, and then I think we start going to the ones where I'm not too crazy about. Like some of these I'm looking at, I'm just like, I didn't really like the logos, especially recently. I'm not fans of.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. All right. So
Um,
sorry, 22. 22
Boring.
looks too squished.
That might just be the
Yeah,
topping.
Yeah. Right.
So Matt, you said boring.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah. I'm
I
not.
don't know. I'd put it mid to good, somewhere in there.
I-
If that helps you.
I'll go with boring too. I'm not a big fan of it.
All right, we'll throw it down there then. I won't fight it.
And
20.
20, I just said I love the white, but this logo with the white just looks bad to me.
Well, that's
This one.
23. You mean? Yeah, 23
Yeah.
looks they oversimplified.
Yeah, 23 was in Detroit, I think. I'm cool with putting it under botch if you guys are.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to look at like the actual picture of it, and like, yeah, that looks terrible. This is the whole. Where's the camera? That's the whole like logo. It looks like they're trying to do like an air pilot thing. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
I like 24 a lot.
24 is good, different.
I think it's good.
It makes me think of SummerSlam though, like the sun in the back.
Well, yeah, it's because they were in Florida.
I just said they were in
Orlando.
Florida, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24.
I like 24.
24. I have no problem. It looks nice.
My
Put it
official
under
vote
good.
would be mid, but whatever you guys think.
I'd say good.
Okay.
I like 25.
I would put 25 beautiful.
Yeah,
I think
I really like
gotta-
25 a lot.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
And then I don't like the next like 3.
All right, let's see. I think we can almost bundle. I think we can bundle 26 and 27 together.
They're the same
Box for
thing,
both?
different colors.
Yeah.
Bots for both.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
those at all. And then
Okay.
what is that 29? No, that's 28.
This is 28 when they were in Miami for
I-
Rock and Cena.
I need to see like the actual big logo. 28.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as the last 2.
I'd say
Boring.
I'm okay with boring.
I'm okay with boring. Careful
New
here.
York.
Don't be biased.
New York. No, I am
No.
not being biased. I like how they include like pieces of the town that they're at.
Yeah.
So I would put this one at good. I don't think it's beautiful, but I would say it's good.
Agreed. I'm good with good. I think it's better. I think it's better than the ones we have at mid, so I agree with good.
I think it should be lower, but I'll let you guys know on that one.
How low do you think it should be? I'm
It should
curious.
be mid.
Okay.
It should be mid. I don't like the color scheme or any of that. I just But my bias is probably showing more for the later New York one that I like a lot more. But whatever. Yeah, I don't really like that one.
For the oh yeah
30.
yeah. 30 I like a lot.
I think
30s.
Yeah, I think 30 can go up there too for beautiful. I like it a lot.
They do very good when it's simple, like just 3 X's, 2 X's.
Mhm. So are we good with beautiful, or anybody
Yeah,
feel differently?
no,
Yeah,
we're
I say
beautiful.
beautiful.
31 with the play button. This was in
Yeah, I would-
California.
I'd say mid.
Boring.
Mid, we're going with.
Yeah, I like mid.
Seems like-
I
I'd boring.
personally say boring. So if depending on how you feel, Juice,
Juices.
I'll go boring.
fuck that play button.
yeah.
Fuck that play button.
32 was in Dallas.
What did 32 look like? Some of these are too zoomed in. They gotta do better
Yeah.
screenshots. Not
Honestly,
you, though.
I'd probably go botch or boring.
Yeah, 32 doesn't even have the number.
Botch.
Yeah. Well, they got rid of they got rid of the number after 30. They stopped putting it on the logo.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Too many
Yeah,
X's.
XL is the first one where they put the
Yeah, right.
the
Because they only did Roman numerals for all of these WrestleManias.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no more numbers after this now. So now it's just the symbols. But,
Yeah, so that's already gonna be a ding on them for the rest of them. Yeah, no, I'm not too crazy about it.
Yeah, I'd put it. Honestly, I'd put the next 3 either around boring. I put them at boring.
I would put the next 2 botch and the third one boring.
I
My-
agree.
Really? Okay.
I agree with that.
Okay, so next 2 botch, and this one goes to boring.
To be honest with you, the was that 30?
This is 35.
What's the last one you have in
This is the
botch? 33.
In botch, that's 33.
33 looks like a bad video game. Like it looks
Well,
like a
like-
bad video game logo that they're trying to put together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I look at this, and then I look at 24, and I'm like, 24 looks like awesome compared
Right?
to that one.
It's
Mhm.
crazy.
I think. But,
Interesting. All right.
yeah,
Which one's
and
this
then
one?
so 35. This is in New York. I'm biased. I love it. I think it's beautiful. So
Is that
Statue of
the
Liberty down.
Statue of Liberty? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
Statue of Liberty. I like the gold and the red and the black. It's just a nice. It's not too much. I
I-
dig it.
I like
I'd
that
say
too. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, beautiful for me.
Beautiful for you. Beautiful for both
Huzzah.
of you. Let's go.
All right. So now we got. This
So
was
the
kind of
next two
weird.
were
36.
next two were Tampa back to back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one with the skull and crossbones, I love
I like
a
that.
lot.
I was gonna say I like the
I love
second
that
one
one
better than the first one so much.
so much better than the first one.
Okay.
I would probably put
All
that
right.
one.
So,
I would say that one's good. Or do you think
Okay.
beautiful? I don't.
I think good.
Yeah.
I think good.
Let's go good. I would say beautiful, but you guys both say good, so there it goes.
And then I
The
would
other one-
say
I would say mid. I don't
Yeah.
think it's bad.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. It's because they just redid it. They had to. You
They just added
They did
a
like,
skull.
add a
Yeah.
sword.
Now we got
Alright, and then,
WrestleMania 30.
Our last three now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think all three of these personally are good.
I do too. Oh, you okay? Yeah, in the good ranking. Yeah, I like them all like that. I don't think they're anything spectacular like the ones we have up there, but I
No?
think they're all. Which one do you think is like spectacular?
The Liberty Bell. I love that.
I could
It
be-
flows so
I
nice.
I could be convinced for that one. Of all
I
of
love
them,
the
I
Liberty
could be
Bell.
because I do like we've been saying that we do like when they include something from the
Mhm.
town. Like the Statue of Liberty was real nice. The Skull and Crossbones with Tampa is awesome. WrestleMania 30 with the logo for New Orleans is awesome. So I can totally see that being a beautiful one. I'm fine with that.
All right.
And those
40
last
games
two
in
are
the
good.
Matt, what do you think? Yeah.
Mid and good.
How dare
Right.
you, Gangrel? I don't even know what you're farting.
Yeah, I just, you know what it is? I like these two, 38 and 39. Like when I look at these two compared to like, where are they, 32?
Yeah,
21.
right? Like
You know what I mean? Like these are just so much nicer, man.
that's
They're
that's
really
what
at-
they should have been.
Look at that even. Maybe put Hollywood at a beautiful, and we'll just have perfectly even rows.
good. Would you like that, Matt?
No. The beautiful should be an upper echelon. It should be just out of reach.
Just
All right.
All right,
Fair enough.
ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Our WrestleMania logos ranked. Let us know if you guys agree or disagree, what you would change. Freebird says that he loves the top tier. I do too.
Yeet.
We all do. That's why we picked it. Even the good tier. I'm the only one. Obviously, personally, I'm not agreeing with is 10. But like looking at it, they're all so like unique in that second one that they were all like trying something different and interesting. That like it drew you in. It was really I love it. It's awesome.
Mhm.
I'm really happy with this.
Yeah.
Actually, how we did it. I think it's pretty good.
Nailed it. We nailed it. I see no notes.
No one say anything unless you're agreeing. All right. With that being said, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another episode of the Sharpshooters. Next week, we have another WrestleMania themed. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. Do you guys remember?
Yes, I do. I have it written
course
down.
he does.
We will be
Awesome.
putting together the ultimate WrestleMania card.
Oh, shit. That's next week?
We will be
Oh.
putting together a 2-night event,
That's
14
gonna be so
matches.
difficult.
and we cannot use the same wrestler in multiple matches. So we're going to have to book the ultimate WrestleMania using every match that's ever happened at WrestleMania. With no repeats.
If
I
you,
know my-
Thinking.
if you guys remember, this is similar to the SummerSlam Ultimate card, except now we have to do 2 nights of it because of the new shit that WrestleMania does.
I mean, we could do one. I just feel like at this point, there's so many matches.
There's
We're
so many
probably better off
matches
doing-
we gotta do too. We have to.
we're better off doing
I have
14
some
matches.
I have some questions we might as well answer. Let's see how we agree on air. We said we're not doing multiple people. That's fine. Are we going to be doing like how are we doing title matches? Are we definitely doing 2 tag team title matches? Are we doing 1 tag team title match? 2 women's title matches? 1 women's title match? What do you guys think about that?
I don't think we let that stop us with SummerSlam, but I'll look back on that list and see.
I think
But,
SummerSlam we did have. Well, SummerSlam we only had one title match each. I think. I don't think we did multiple
I
title
don't know.
matches.
I don't think we did, but we'll figure that out.
How many
We'll figure that out.
how many brother versus brother matches? And are we allowed to do sister versus sister?
Only 3 have ever happened. Only 2 have ever happened, Matt.
I want.
So
You know what?
yeah,
Let's really
so
change
let's
up.
figure-
Let's do brother versus sister. Done.
Um, yeah, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, next week's gonna be fun. We're gonna be putting together the ultimate WrestleMania card. Fun times.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us again. Same time, same place. See everyone next week. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.